Miranda, one of our instructors of the College of Tourism and Hospitality Management. So, sir, good morning.
Morning.
So, sir, my first question to you is, what do you think is the importance of science, technology, and society in our course?
Tricia, in your course, the College of Tourism and Hospitality Management, science and technology per se the world generally made the world a smaller place. In terms of tourism, in terms of opportunities, because of the advent of social media, it is easily for the tourism industry to more or less have a grasp of their market segment. So for me, that's it. It made the world a smaller place and easier in terms of market segmentation.
Okay. So, sir, my next question for you is, what do you think is the connection of science, technology, and society in our field?
In our field, when you're talking about science and technology, in my field as an instructor, it made me it gave me a better tool for instruction in order to give all of you, my students, more quality education. For example, the media or your chat groups, for example, it made it easy for me to give instructions to you not only in a classroom setting, but I can give you instructions outside of the university.
So, Sir Kenneth, thank you for answering our questions today, and
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Society's industry
and
disadvantages.
disadvantage.
So advantage, disadvantage.
So good morning, I am Sandra Diaz from HM1H4. I will interview today Mr. JR of the LADA, one of the instructor of tourism department. So good morning, sir. So sir, what do you think is the importance of science, technology, and society in our course?
Well, in the industry, science and technology is actually very, very important. It gave us a lot of breakthroughs that made a lot of things in the industry easier to do, a little bit better. It actually made traveling in, well, basically the hospitality industry safer, run smoother, become more effective and efficient, and made things more comfortable for the traveling public and those that actually go around and visit other places. In society in general, it also has that same effect as well. It made things comfortable and safer for a lot of people, and that actually is one of the reasons why technology and science plays a very, very important part in our industry. Primarily because it makes our lives easier.
So sir, what do you think is the connection of it in our industry?
Okay, the connection of science and technology to the industry is actually quite direct. A lot of the things that we use in the industry are created or are influenced by some of the technological breakthroughs that we are now seeing. For example, you have the computers here. Okay, the computers are used for a lot of functions, not only in the business setting, in the science, in the scientific community, but also in our industry as well. You use these gadgets for functions in travel agencies, like for reservations and issuing tickets. The airline industry also uses them. Most of the travel platforms use computers as well. In the hotel industry, it's also the same thing. You use this for front office and basically for the property management system. Aside from that, the computers and other technologies are also used in other functions. More specifically, for example, in the kitchen, you have new technologies that make cooking and preparing culinary dishes easier. You have like the sous vide, this gadget that allows you to cook meat, well, not faster, but in a more accurate manner. You can basically make steaks faster and relatively in a more accurate way. You have new technologies that allow you to fly or travel faster. You have technologies that allow people to travel in a more comfortable manner. And aside from that, make our lives safer and convenient.
So, sir, can you tell us some of the advantage and disadvantage of it in our industry?
Well, like what I said earlier, advantages include making things easier. It makes our lives more convenient. It made a lot of things possible. Like for example, cramming more people into airplanes because of advances in technology. Aside from that, you also have improvements in interactions with consumers. It even made doing business more possible now in a bigger size of the market as opposed to just focusing and concentrating on your one geographical location. Basically, you can do business anywhere. This is actually why we have travel companies that operate in other countries that offer their services to the country. Aside from that, it made things faster. It made things more convenient. You know, passengers can do self check-ins at the airport now, where you don't even have to go to a counter to have front desk representative take all your details for you. You can just do that in simple presses of buttons. Then you have your boarding pass already. In the kitchen, it made things easier. Made cooking better. It made cooking faster. In hotels, it made the customer service was enhanced because of technology. It also offered new platforms for consumers to get in touch with travel companies, hotels, resorts, and the like. Disadvantages, I would say, because of how fast and how accessible things are, information also spreads fast. So you have problems like disgruntled customers, passengers, or guests airing their grievances online. I'm sure you've seen that in social media. You know, people posting pictures of rotten food coming from restaurants, posting awful service or bad experiences with an airline, for example. It's also one of the bad things about it for me because since it made access to information easier and faster, there's no time left for verification or for double checking if the information is actually accurate or not. Aside from that, one disadvantage is since we rely too much on technology now, we have difficulties in adjusting every time technology fails us. Like for example, what if systems go down? What will we do? Most of the time, in my experience in the industry, like for example, we don't have electricity. The systems won't function. You have to do everything manually, and a lot of people in the industry are now not really used to doing that. So it's going to be a challenge. So we have become too dependent on these things. That's actually one of the bad things about it. But everything that it gives us in a more positive manner becomes actually overshadows everything that's bad about it.
So, sir, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Anytime.